Right. So take the note, continuation, write note. Listen here. So we have studied that electrode potential, that is SRP. Here on we call SRP. SRP values and EMF values are intensive property, right? So SRP and EMF, that is cell potential, is a which property? Intensive property, right? Since it is a intensive property, right, SRP values and EMF values does not depends on the what? Mass of the electrode. Okay, irrespective mass of the electrode, it will be same. Whereas delta G, Gibbs free energy change, is a extensive property. Right, since it is a extensive property, delta G value depends on the mass of the electrode. So therefore now since SRP and EMF is a intensive property, by if any equation multiply or divided with any coefficients, E naught value or EMF value or SRP value does not change. Therefore SRP value, EMF value does not change by multiplying or dividing the any equation with any coefficient, whereas delta G value changes. For example, if it is Cu plus 2 electron gives rise to Cu, what is its SRP value? Tell me. It's E naught equal to plus 0.34 volt. Okay, now same equation let us multiply with the 2. Now and tell me, what is this delta G? Tell me here only. What is the delta G not equal to? It is a minus NF E naught, right? Then delta G naught also equal to minus N equal to 2, F equal to 96,500 into E equal to, it is a 0.34 volt, multiply, I will get answer. Then let us take, now Cu plus 2, it is multiply with 2 and there should be a 4 electron required and it gives rise to 2 Cu. Yeah, 2 Cu. Then tell me, what is the its E naught? E naught will be same. Why? E naught value does not change by multiplying, dividing the equation with any factor, any coefficient, because it is a intensive property. It is a 1 mole Cu plus 2, 2 mole Cu plus 2. Even if you take 20 mole Cu plus 2 also, the E naught value will be same. It is a plus 0.34 volt. But problem is delta G. So what about delta G naught? Delta G naught equal to minus NF E naught cell, E naught. Then delta G naught is equals to minus N equal to now 4 electron. So there are 4 electron and of course F equal to same 96,500 and E naught also same, that is 0.34. So due to changing number of electron, delta G changes. That means delta G is a extensive property. It depends on what? Mass of the electrode and number of moles of the electrodes, electrolytic equations. Okay. Then I think in last class we have taken this, we have seen one example in our material, right? I think F2 plus 2 electron gives rise to 2F minus and its E naught equal to something plus 2.8 volt something given and if there is a half mole of F plus F2 plus 1 electron gives rise to F minus, its electrode potential is question mark. Okay, what is X? It will be same 2.8 electron volt. Okay, this is question is given our material, we have discussed last class. Okay, right done. Write note 1. SRP and EMF values are intensive property. Hence their values does not change by multiplying or dividing the equation with multiplying or dividing the equation with any coefficient, with any coefficient, but delta G is a extensive property, but delta G is a extensive property. Its value depends on mass of electrode and its value depends on mass of electrode and its value changes by multiplying and dividing the equation with any coefficient. Okay, so example 1, 2. So here delta G value changes. This is the delta G. What is the delta G in the beginning here? It is a 2 into 96,500 into 0.34 volt, and here both are different. Okay, next, second note, it is also important. Second is, and say, since SRP and EMF is a intensive property, it cannot be right, its value does not change. And based on same concept, there is another point. See, since SRP and EMF is an intensive property, therefore SRP and EMF of any equations cannot be added, cannot be subtracted to get the EMF of third equation or third reaction. That means SRP values and EMF values cannot be added directly, cannot be even subtracted directly to get the EMF of any third equation. But delta G can be added, can be subtracted to get the delta G of any third equation. In last class we have seen delta G equal to, in the formation, right, the formation of in the formation of Cu plus 2, zinc plus something given, no. So Cu plus 1 to plus something given. There we have taken delta G equal to G1 minus delta G equal to delta G1 minus delta G2, no. That means delta G value can be added, can be subtracted directly, but EMF values and SRP values cannot be added, cannot be subtracted. That is the meaning. For example, if it is, let us take Cu plus 2 converted to Cu plus 1. Okay, Cu plus 1 converted to Cu, right. Now I will give like this: Cu plus plus 2 to Cu plus 1, its E equal to, or E naught equal to, let us take x volt, and Cu plus is converted into Cu, its E naught equal to y volt, and Cu plus 2 can also directly convert into Cu. Its E naught equal to what? Do you understand my question? Cu plus 2 to Cu plus, its SRP value is x volt, and plus 1 to Cu SRP is y, plus 2 to Cu SRP is what? Is it same? First of all, tell me, is it same or not? Why not? See, here we have taken same because Cu plus 2 to Cu, this Cu here also Cu plus, it's we change, no? Okay, please, plus 2 here. Okay, Cu plus 2 to Cu, here also Cu plus 2 to Cu. Equation is same, but only equation is multiplied. When Cu plus 2 convert into Cu, wherever it is, this is the SRP. Whether 10 mole, 1 mole, 20 mole, whatever irrespective moles. But here, this is different. Cu plus 2 to Cu plus 1 different. Cu plus 1 to Cu different. And Cu plus 2 to Cu again different. That means 3 values of SRP values are different. When the 2 values are given, how do you get third value? Now suppose, I'll tell you. If it is a extensive property, suppose if it is an extensive property, you can take like this. Cu plus 2 converts into Cu plus 1 converts into Cu. Okay. Now tell me, Cu plus 2 converts into Cu, let me take it is a E1 or E01. Right, here to here, let me take it is a E02. And here to here it can take it is a E03. Okay, suppose it is extensive property. If it is extensive property, what can be done? Cu plus 2 to Cu, no? Cu plus 2 to Cu, that is E03 is equals to E01 plus E02. This can be done when there is a extensive property, because extensive property depends on mass of electrode, and they can be added, they can be subtracted. But the problem is it is a intensive property. So since it is an intensive property, you cannot add this. That's what, this is not possible. If this is not possible, there is no use of taking this. That's what we do is indirectly we calculate the delta G. So therefore, let me take here Cu plus 2 to Cu plus 1 is delta G01 or delta G1. Here not given, no? Okay, not take here. Delta G02. It is delta G03. Okay, now tell me, now it is a delta G is a extensive property, therefore you can write from the above equation delta G03 equal to Cu plus 2 to Cu equal to what? Delta G1 plus delta G2. Okay, but actually what we need to calculate? Cu plus 2 to Cu, it means Cu plus 2 to Cu, that is delta G0 only, delta G03 only. Then delta G03 equal to G01 plus G02. Now, but here delta G0 equal to, we know that delta G equal to what? Minus NF E0. Okay, then therefore here now substitute delta G03 equal to minus N equal to N3, because G3 no, N3 F will be same in all the case, you need not write F3 F, but E03 equal to, now tell me, here is minus N1 F E0 1 plus minus of N2 F E0 2. So here minus, it is a minus, it is a minus, it will be cancelled, and F you can take common here F and you can cancel. Then for the simplified equation is N3 E03 equal to N1 E01 plus N2 E02. Okay, this is one equation, but actually we want, okay, you take this is a E01 E01 not required. Okay, Cu plus 2 to Cu plus E03 equal to, it is N1 E01 plus N2 E02 by N3. Now substitute all values. So E naught 3 equal to, what is N1? N1 is G1. G1 is plus 2 to plus 1, that is 1. Plus 2 to plus 1 change of electron is 1. Next E1. So E1 is a delta G1. It means Cu plus 2 to Cu. Cu plus 2 to Cu plus 2 to plus 1, that is X. So therefore it is a X plus. Next N2. N2 is a G2 plus 1 to 0, again 1. Next G2. G2 is E2, that is plus 1 to 0, plus 1 to 0, that is Y divided by 3. It means, so N3 2, no, is it 3 2? 2. Yeah, N3 should be written. Here is N3 equal to G3 plus 2 to 0. It is 2. Okay. So therefore, now tell me E naught 3 equal to X plus Y by 2 answer. This volt. It means to calculate the SRP value of any third equation, we should calculate first delta G, and from the delta G we should calculate E. That means you should not add, you cannot add directly, you cannot subtract directly SRP values, EMF values. Indirectly it has to be calculated. Okay, write down. Right. So EMF and SRP values cannot be, EMF and SRP values cannot be added and subtracted directly, cannot be added and subtracted directly to get the SRP value of, third reaction, any third reaction, but delta G can be added and subtracted, delta G can be added and subtracted to get the delta G of any third reaction, to get the delta G of any third reaction. Yes or no? So take one example. Take this first example. Cu plus 2 to Cu plus E naught, Cu plus 2 Cu E naught, Cu plus 2 to Cu E naught, question mark. Then take this. Okay, finish. Okay, take the first question. Can you do? Calculate the A naught Cu plus Cu, given that Cu plus to Cu and Cu plus 2 to Cu plus values are given. Okay, see here, for question for answer for first question is, listen here, if this kind of question given, you first of all identify the what are the different species are there. It is a Cu plus 1 Cu, Cu plus 2 Cu and Cu plus 2 Cu plus 1. So what are the different species are there? Cu is there, Cu plus 1 is there, Cu plus 2 is there, and any other? No, only there are 3 states are there. In 3 states you better write in the decreasing order of oxidation, that is oxidation number, nothing but reduction. Write in the form of reduction or decreasing order of oxidation number. So therefore I will write first is Cu plus 2, more oxidation number, next is less oxidation number, next is less oxidation number, decreasing order of oxidation number. Okay, you can write increasing order also, since we study SRP, no, SRP means reduction only we write. Okay, it is a reduction, plus 2 to plus 1, plus 1 to 0. Now plus 2 to plus 1, take it is a delta G1, we should not write E1 E2 directly. Next, plus 1 to 0, take delta G2, and here is take delta G3, of course not. Right answer. Okay, then now here from the above equation what we can write? Delta G3 equal to plus 2 to 0 equal to plus 2 to plus 1 plus 1 to 0. That means delta G3 equal to delta G1 plus delta G02. Then delta G3 G03 equal to, so can I write directly N3 into E03 equal to N1 into E01 plus N2 into E02. Bariboda? Then tell me what actually what we have to calculate? We need to calculate Cu plus 1 to Cu. So Cu plus 1 to Cu plus 1 to Cu, that is G02. So G02 means it is a N2 E02, right? Tell me, N2 into E02 is equals to N3 into E03 minus N1 into E01. Yes or no? Then N2. So what N2 equal to what? Plus 1 to 0. Plus 1 to 0, what is the change? 1. Therefore 1 into E02 we have to calculate. Next N3. So N3 is, it is plus 2 to 0. How many electron? 2. Change in electron, change of electron 2. Then E03. E03 equal to, that is a plus 2 to Cu. Plus 2 to Cu is here. It is a 0.337 minus. Next N1. N1 is delta 1, delta G1, that is plus 1 to plus 1, it is 1, and its value given 0.153, and do simplify, you'll get answer. What is the answer? 0.521 volt. Okay. Do next. So here next one is, here also identify the what are the different species here. MnO4 minus MnO2, again MnO2, Mn plus 2, MnO4 minus Mn plus 2. So there are three species, no? MnO4 minus is there, and MnO2 is there, Mn plus 2 is there. Yes or no? Then what is the oxidation number of MnO4 minus here? Plus 7, it is a plus 4 plus 2 given. Okay, therefore you arrange these three in the decreasing order of their oxidation number. Plus 7 plus 4 plus 2, therefore I'll write first is MnO4 minus plus 7, next which is converts into MnO2 which is plus 4, which is converts into later Mn plus 2. Okay, then plus 7 to plus 2 or plus 4, take it is a delta G naught 1, then plus 4 to plus 2 delta G naught 2, and you can take it is a delta G naught 3. Then as per the above equation, what we can write? Delta G naught 3 is equals to delta G naught 1 plus delta G naught 2. But actually what we need to calculate? MnO4 minus MnO2. MnO4 minus 2 to MnO2, it means delta G1, no? So delta G1 is equals to delta G naught 3 minus delta G naught 2. Okay, then G naught 1, delta G naught 1 can be written N1 into E naught 1 is equals to N3 into E naught 3 plus N2 into E naught 2 minus, okay, minus. So substitute N values, E values, and what is N value here? So N value here not given directly, but you can get how? It is Mn plus 7, no? Mn plus 7 to Mn plus 2. 3. So here is N equal to 3, N1. Next, Mn plus 4 to Mn plus 2, change of electron 2, that means N2 equal to 2. Next, here plus 7 to plus 2, that is N3 equal to 5. 1.769 I think, 1.69, okay, 1.7 volt. Okay. Right answer. Next, right? Half cell and types of half cell. So what is half cell and types? Come on, tell me. So what is half cell? In Daniell cell we have studied what is cell. Tell me. A cell usually consists of two half cell, like Daniell cell. So Daniell cell consists of two half cell. What are the two half cells? Oxidation half cell and reduction half cell. In oxidation half cell, zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate. In reduction half cell, copper rod placed in copper sulfate, both internally connected through salt bridge, externally voltmeter. Okay. When circuit is completed, how much electric current will be produced? In Daniell cell, 1.10 volt electric current will be produced. And here there are two half cell. But what is the meaning of half cell? Half cell is nothing but you break here, take any one, that is half cell. That means, how do you define half cell? Half cell is nothing but an electrode is placed in its own solution of its own ion. Like for example, zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate, it is one half cell. Copper rod placed in copper sulfate, that is also one half cell. It does not mean that copper rod should be placed in zinc sulfate, it is half cell. No. The meaning of half cell is an electrode of any metal or non-metal should be placed in or should be equilibrium with solution of its own ion is called half cell. Okay, fine. But here half cells are further classified into 4 types. There are 4 types of half cell. We have studied directly, indirectly. We'll write once again. 1. Gas ion half cell. 2. Metal ion half cell. 3. First write the definition of half cell. Write the definition of half cell. Right. An electrode is equilibrium with solution of its own ion. An electrode is equilibrium with solution of its own ion called half cell or single electrode. Half cell or single electrode. Next, types of half cell. 1. Gas ion half cell. 2. Metal ion half cell. Metal ion half cell. 3. Metal insoluble salt anion half cell. Metal insoluble salt anion half cell. And 4th one is oxidation reduction half cell. Oxidation reduction half cell. There are 4 types of half cells. Okay, if you understand the meaning of the names, I hope you can understand what are examples. Can you tell me? First one, it's a gas ion half cell. Tell me, gas ion half cell is a example of what? Or which example we have studied in this category? SHE. Very good. Standard hydrogen electrode. In standard hydrogen electrode, hydrogen gas is contact with 1 molar. So there is a gas ion. Gas is a hydrogen, ion is a H plus. Therefore, SHE is a gas ion half cell. Other than SHE, there are other examples like fluorine is there, chlorine is there, other gas also there. But we don't have in our syllabus. In our syllabus, we have studied only SHE. That SHE is only the example for gas ion half cell. Next is metal ion half cell. Daniel, yes, Daniel cell, but actually we want half cell. In Daniel there are 2 half cell, no? 2 half cells also metal ion only, like copper rod dipped in copper sulfate, zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate. That means both are example you can take. Example like Cu plus 2 dipped in Cu, the Cu dipped in Cu plus 2, or zinc plus 2 zinc. Both are example for metal ion. And this metal insoluble salt anion, this is we have not studied, we will discuss it in detail. And oxidation half cell. Oxidation reduction half cell. So here in oxidation reduction takes place, and moreover both the species are in the oxidized state only. Fe plus 3 has to convert into Fe plus 2, or Sn plus 4 converts into Sn plus 2. Therefore, this is oxidation reduction half cell. In oxidation reduction half cell, both the ions are in oxidized state only, and both contribute in the electrode potential. Okay, so this is these 2 are example for oxidation reduction half cell. And now let's see, first one is gas ion. Write down. Gas ion half cell. Example, yes, HE, standard hydrogen electrode. Can you tell me, so what is the reduction reaction in SHE? H plus plus electron gives rise to half H2. Okay, write its potential. E equal to E naught. Tell me, minus 0.0591 by N equal to 1 log molar concentrations of product by reactant. Product is a gas, therefore partial pressure of the gas 1/2 divided by partial pressure of H plus. But we know that the SHE, okay, electrode potential of SHE standard hydrogen electrode, okay, this value is 0, no, therefore not, it becomes what, E equal to E naught 0 minus 0.0591 log, and this is a 1, therefore 1 atm, it is 1 by H plus. But the final equation you can also take E equal to, tell me, plus 0.0591 log H plus. The same equation we have written already, but write once again, it will practice. Next, in terms of pH, E equal to minus 0.0591 pH. Yes or no? Second one, metal ion. For metal ion you can take any example. Metal ion half cell. In metal ion half cell there is a metal ion Mn plus n electron gives rise to M. Okay. Can you tell me directly what is the electrode potential for metal ion electrode? E equal to, or E Mn plus M equal to E naught Mn plus M plus 0.0591 by N log it is metal ion electrode. Okay, only difference is this we have not studied. Metal insoluble salt and anion half cell. Metal insoluble salt anion half cell. So there is a metal and insoluble salt will be there and anion will be there. So the best example for this is AgCl. AgCl is a insoluble, or you call sparingly soluble, right? This AgCl undergo reduction, that is addition of electron. Tell me, in AgCl, Ag is a positive, Cl is a negative. Among Ag plus Cl minus, which will take electron, or which is undergo reduction? Which will take electron? Cl cannot, because Cl already minus, no? Then Ag plus electron gives rise to Ag. Then Cl minus will be Cl minus as it is. Not Cl2, Cl minus only. Therefore here it is a metal Ag, insoluble salt, right? Metal insoluble salt and anion half cell, right? Therefore now apply the Nernst equation for this. E equal to, tell me, E naught minus 0.0591 by N equal to 1 electron log molar concentrations of product by reactant. So here AgCl is a salt and even silver also solid, pure solid, right? The molar concentrations of pure solid is 1, therefore molar concentration of Cl minus only considered. That's it. This is a formula for Nernst equation for metal insoluble salt anion half cell, because here metal insoluble salt both are in solid state. Then fourth one is oxidation reduction half cell. Right, oxidation reduction half cell. For oxidation reduction half cell, you can take Fe plus 3, undergo reduction, it gives rise to Fe plus 2. Now for this, what is the Nernst equation? E equal to, or E Fe plus 3 Fe plus 2 equal to E naught Fe plus 3 Fe plus 2 minus 0.0591 by n equal to of course 1 log molar concentrations of Fe plus 2 divided by molar concentrations of Fe plus 3. Then write the same equation for this also, Sn plus for Sn plus 2. Written. So next is concentration cells. Okay, this is the last concept. Next we have batteries. Okay, listen. So what are the concentration cells? Say concentration cell is the cell in which electric current is produced. It is due to transport of the substance from higher concentration to lower concentration or higher pressure to lower pressure is called concentration cell. That means, it means here in concentration cells current will be produced. Okay, current will be produced how? By the transport of the substance. What are the substances usually? Ions. Okay, by the transport of the ions from where to where? Higher concentration to lower concentration or higher pressure to lower pressure. Okay, therefore due to transport of the substance from higher concentration to lower concentration or higher pressure to lower pressure, what? Current will be produced. Such kind of cells are called what? Concentration cells. See, here important is what are the specialty of these concentration cells? Now so far what we have studied, cell consists of two half cells, right? That is, one is a oxidation, second one is reduction. If you take Daniell cell consists of two half cell, oxidation half cell. In oxidation half cell, zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate, copper rod placed in copper sulfate. But in case of concentration cells, both the half cells will be same. For example, if you take, it is a zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate, and here also zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate. Okay, electrode will be same. Okay, solutions will be same. Both are connected. Salt, voltmeter, and here salt bridge, everything same. But what is the difference? The difference is concentration. Right, the concentration of this half cell is something C1, it may be something C2. Right, due to difference in concentration, again current will be produced. These are the different kind of cells. Right, both the half cell arrangement will be same electrode, same solution, same electrode, same solution, but they differ only in concentrations. Right, then they are called what? Concentration cells. Therefore in concentration cells current will be produced. It is due to transport of the substance from higher concentration to lower concentration. From higher concentration to lower concentration, there is a transportation of the substance, ions takes place. So therefore due to transport of the substance, current will be produced. Then one important point in this case, since it is a half cell, it has E naught value. It is half cell, it has its E naught value. Then suppose zinc and zinc. Tell me, what is the E naught value of zinc? Minus 0.76. Here also minus 0.76. Then E naught minus E naught, it will be 0. It means in all concentration cells, E naught cell will be 0, because E naught cell equal to what? E naught cathode minus E naught anode, no. Then here cathode and anode both are same only. Right. So E naught value does not depend on concentration. We fixed that E naught value of copper is fixed, zinc is fixed. Therefore both the E naught values are same. Therefore then E naught of cell will become 0. Therefore, in all concentration cells, E naught value of cell will be 0. Then next is concentration cells are further classified into two types. One, electrode gas. Second one is electrolytic. First one, electrode gas concentration cell. Second one is electrolytic concentration cell. Then what is the meaning of electrode gas concentration cell? Tell me. In electrode gas, so the name itself has meaning. Electrode gas, it means electrode is a gas. So where electrode gas comes? In our cell, in our syllabus we have only SHE, that is hydrogen. Therefore, in electrode gas we take two are the SHEs. This is one SHE, it is another SHE. Okay, but we take the we take the, what is different? Not concentration, pressure. We take the pressures are different. Concentration will be same because SHE has pressure, no, hydrogen pressure. Electrode gas pressure is like we take P1, here P2. Then we write the Nernst equation. Next, in case of electrolytic concentration cell, we take same like this, C1, C2 concentration. Then we write the Nernst equation. Their important is Nernst equation is important. One question asked once in JEE 2017 question paper. They asked only equation. Which of the following equation is true or correct? Something asked. Okay, right on. Concentration cell. The cell in which electric current is produced, the cell in which electric current is produced due to transport of the substance from higher concentration to lower concentration or higher pressure to lower pressure. Higher pressure to lower pressure, called concentration cells. Next point. In concentration cells, E naught cell equal to what? 0. 1. Electrode gas concentration cell. Electrode gas concentration cell. Tell me, in electrode gas concentration cell, take the rough diagram also. Here we take two half cells having gas is a electrode, that is SHE only. One molar HCl, 1 molar HCl, but here pressure is, what is the pressure? Let us take P1 pressure, P1 atm pressure, H2. So here is, let us take P2 atm pressure, H2. Okay. Understand? Now tell me, so what is the reaction at anode and cathode? Reaction at anode. Anode is oxidation, no? There is a hydrogen. So therefore, hydrogen undergo oxidation, half H2, it gives rise to H++, electron. But here half H2, what is the pressure of half H2? Can I take P1? Yes or no? This is oxidation half cell, no? It is reduction half cell. Right, in oxidation half cell, P1 is the pressure we have taken. Therefore, it is half H2 P1, H plus electron. Next, reaction at cathode. Tell me, at cathode reduction takes place. So reduction is H plus electron gives rise to, again it is half H2. But what is the half H2 at reduction? P2. Tell me, what is the cell reaction? So what is the concentration of H plus? Both are same, no? Same or not? Concentration of H plus is same in both the case, 1 molar, 1 molar. And what is the change? Pressure. Therefore, half H2 P1 pressure gives us to half H2 P2 pressure. Okay. Then Nernst equation. We know that Nernst equation is E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N. Okay, N. Then log. Tell me, log molar concentrations of product by molar concentration of reactant. So what is here partial pressure? No. So what is the partial pressure of hydrogen? P2. Here is P1. Okay. But here we know that E cell equal to 0. Therefore, no, E naught cell. E naught cell is 0. Therefore, E cell equal to minus. Okay. It is minus, no, but is P1 denominator transfer numerator. It become plus, no. Can I take 0.0591 by N log, yes, P1 by P2. Okay. Now question is, for spontaneity of reaction. For spontaneity of the reaction, we know that for the spontaneity of the reaction, E cell should be positive or negative? E cell should be positive. To get the E cell positive, among P1, P2, which should be greater? P1. Yes or no? If the P1 is greater than P2, then this value get positive, no? This value positive means E cell is positive. It means for the spontaneity of the reaction, P1 must be greater than P2. It means the pressure in oxidation half cell should be greater than pressure in reduction half cell. If the condition reverse, reaction become non-spontaneous. So this equation important. This equation asked in JEE. One more. Electrolytic concentration cell. Right? Electrolytic concentration cell. Tell me, in electrolytic concentration cell, the concentration of electrolyte will be different. Let me take zinc electrode. Zinc electrode placed in, okay, zinc sulfate solution, but its concentration is, let us take C1 concentration. Next, another electrode, also zinc electrode, but its concentration is, take C2. Okay, then both are externally connected through the voltmeter, internally connected to the salt bridge, that will be same. Okay, and both are zinc sulfate solutions. It is also zinc rod. Okay. Now tell me, what is the reaction at anode and cathode? At anode. So at anode, which reaction takes place? Oxidation. So what is oxidation here? Zinc converts into zinc plus 2. Zinc converts into zinc plus 2. But what is the concentration of zinc plus 2? C1. I will take it as a C1 concentration. Next, reduction. Cathode. Okay, at cathode, Cu plus zinc plus 2. Zinc plus 2 at what concentration? C2, which gives rise to Zn. Okay. Now, here zinc solid, zinc metal both are same. The concentration of Zn plus 2 C2 gives rise to Zn plus 2 C1. Then apply the Nernst equation and tell me. So Nernst equation, E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N equal to, of course, to log, tell me now, log is molar concentrations of product, that is C1 concentration by C2. Then, but we know that E naught cell equal to E naught cell 0. But do you remember where E cell is 0? In equilibrium reactions. In equilibrium reaction, E cell 0. E naught cell is concentration cell. So therefore, E cell equal to it is minus, it's minus now, I will make it plus. Then it is 0.0591 by 2 log C2 by C1. Again, for spontaneity of the reaction, for spontaneity, the concentration of C2 must be greater, because C2 greater than C1, then only E cell equal to positive. If E cell positive, cell is delta G is negative, spontaneous. Okay.